Hello, I'm Zenzul. Welcome to Arathi Basin on my Alliance Priest, Shadow Priest. See how we get on this. Not very well geared, to be honest. I don't really play Alliance. It's not really my bag, but Rastas. I don't know. I've had Rasta for 14 years. He was Horde and Alliance, and Horde and Alliance. Most of my characters are Horde. I did this because it's a quicker queue. I know you can murk it, but I just felt like going on my priest for a game. So, see how we get on. Alliance is always a bit black and white, really. Anyway, we'll see how we get on.
Hello friends, well that was a bit cringy, wasn't it? I enjoyed doing that video. Oh my god, you can tell by my face. It's because I think my mum and my partner were watching it and probably didn't even watch it actually. They probably said they watched it, but yeah, sorry about my cat. This is Ernie, by the way. He's decided to get into this video. So yeah, one year anniversary video. I hope you enjoy this video. As I said before, it got 10 likes, so it got 13, 14 likes. So it gets 10 likes, I will do an episode 4. If it doesn't get 10 likes, then I won't do an episode 4. Also, interactive this video. There will be a question at the beginning of the video, so don't forget to comment on that. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Enjoy the episode, and here's to episode 4 if you guys want it. Take care. Thank you for supporting the channel. Bye-bye. Hello friends, welcome back to episode 3, and here we are. Yes, we are in Howling Fjord. So we're in Northrend now on Navajo. Managed to get some decent Tansmos going. That's the Bloodfang replica set. I might do some videos on how to get these replica sets because they're pretty cool, and it's a bit of dungeoneering, but you know, you can do it easily on your own. You know, it's not like you need anyone to give you a hand these days. And the good thing about this is now I can fly. I love this architecture. I think at heart, I'll probably do one of these shows in the future. I'll probably do a what's your favourite race kind of thing. And I think at heart, I'm probably a Forsaken. That's probably my race, but we'll talk about that in another one. It give me a question to put out there. But today's question is, because obviously I've just gone to Northrend here, what is your favourite expansion? Tell me down below. I'd like to hear your comments. What is your favourite expansion? A lot of people's, I guess it would be when they started, you know, in the game. Usually that's probably where they sort of revert to and say that's probably their best expansion. But for me, I would say for me, my favourite expansion is probably BC. Even though I'm a vanilla player, I started what? What do I have to do here? Okay, right. I started about a month after vanilla started, so I'm a vanilla player. Where's the plague hound then? Oh, do I have to get it out? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think probably. So you know, you probably expect me to say, "Oh, it's vanilla," but it isn't really, because I think in vanilla a lot of the time I was just sort of running around. Eat that? Do you eat that? Oh, alright. I have to physically feed it, do I? Oh, okay. Just about remember these quests. What was I saying? Yeah, so you probably think, oh well, it's gonna be that, but it's not necessarily the case. I think in vanilla, I really didn't. It's like most people, really. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, and although I did get to rank 10 on my priest, but I think that was more into BC. I'm not quite sure now. When I got that rank 10, it must have been late vanilla, early BC. Anywho, the reason I say BC is because when all my friends were playing and stuff like that, we had I had some really cool friends, and I was in a really cool guild, and I don't know if you know this. You probably don't, but a lot of my people aren't even, my characters aren't even in guilds. I just don't pay attention to it anymore. I really don't. As I said, none of my friends play anymore. They really don't play, and it's a bit of a shame, but you know, these things happen. And as I've stated many times, probably to an extreme, I don't really play the game enough to sort of I don't know, just to sort of have that many people on my friends list. I've got some friends that still play, but not that group of friends, if you know what I mean. And yeah, it was kind of like when I started to really get into the mechanics of it and trying to min-max my character and stuff like that, which I don't do these days. But yeah, we were doing some raiding and stuff like that, which was quite cool. A lot of PvP, and it was just good. It was just good fun, and I just enjoyed it. And so yeah, BC would probably be my favourite. And I looked, when I got to 60, I thought, oh, you know, I could go and do what else? Oh, I still need to. Okay, right, let's do this. Oh, come on, it's the only thing. Look, it's the only thing to get stuck on, and I get stuck on it. Jesus. Yeah, it's the only... Alright, okay. These poor little undead fellas. Well, it makes you a little bit sad, doesn't it? What was I saying? I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, BC, that's what I was talking about. So... yeah, I really enjoyed that expansion. I got a choice at 60, obviously, to go to Northrend or Hellfire and do all those quests and Zangarmarsh, etc., etc. But I thought I'd do Northrend because listen to the music, man. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful music here. And for me, Northrend was the music expansion. And but BC was when I started to get a grips of what was going on. I remember my hunter, which was my first level 60 I had. This is obviously vanilla. I had no idea that there was different armors, right? So you had leather and mail, etc., etc. So my hunter was wandering about with all this kind of mail gear, cloth gear, because a lot of it you couldn't wear. I think in those days hunters couldn't wear. No, it wasn't hunters, was it? Was it hunters? I can't remember. There was some class where you wore mail to 40. I'm sure someone will remind me in the comments. You get characters to 40 or something. So you could only wear mail, and then you could wear plate. I think it was like warriors and paladins and stuff. It might have been warriors, something like that. Anyway, what are we doing here then? Oh, let's hand this other one in. Yeah, so you got to 40, and then you could wear plate. So it's not like now where you get to when you're level 1, you can wear plate as a warrior, or I'm sure it's a warrior or paladin, one of the two. Yeah, so you had to get to 40, and then bear in mind that you had no money, right? Because I mean, if you had a gold when you were level 20, you're doing all right. It really was that, you know, the money was that tight. It was horrendous, but good at the same time, because you know you had to work for everything. You had to go out and unless you bought gold, of course. Oh, hello. That's it, good boys. You had to go out and buy stuff, you know. So it was a really annoying. So it was 40. You had to go out and buy. Say you wore mail, and you had to then go and buy plate. I mean, it's not like it dropped out the sky. It really wasn't that easy to get hold of. So it's a bit of a ball ache, really. I mean, obviously it's doable and stuff, but it was just obviously the expense of it all. Right, bring the dragon skin map to high execute Anne's the little lamb. Yes, that was really strange. But very good, you know, because obviously you had to work towards it. So one thing I'm missing this game is that I was watching, I think it was Preach. I was watching Preach, Mike Preach, English fella. I was watching a video he did the other day, and he was talking about how, you know, nothing you have anymore, like all this gear, apart from Touch of the Void, which everyone knows, but all this gear is just sort of nameless stuff, you know. Like in the old days, if you got, I don't know, Ash Candy, you know, the Sword of the Brotherhood kind of thing in Blackwind Lair, you know, that means something. Everyone, oh blimey, he's got Ash Candy, you know, he's dog's bollocks. Speed to, okay, we can do that. Oh, we got a level, we 61, boom. Yeah, that sort of thing, and you kind of think, well, I kind of missed that at the game, which is why I'm kind of looking forward to vanilla, because I just think that'd be great to. Hello. All right. Yeah, I missed that from the game. I really do. I just think it's gone out of the game now. Where I've got all this gear and all these epics on my Warlock, and I have no idea what any of it is. So that's nice. Yeah, no, I do miss that. I miss that kind of feeling of achievement, really. Because it was an achievement, like, you know, Warrior getting your Whirlwind Axe and stuff like that at level 30 or 40 or something like that. You know, and you saw people with Whirlwind Axe, you think, boy, you know, he's done it, you know, because it wasn't that easy to do either. It was quite difficult to do. Or, I spoke about it in the last video, like getting your Benediction and Anathema and kind of thing. Is this a little bit loud? Let's turn this down a little bit. I don't want it that quiet. Probably did nothing. It's placebo effect. Right. Yeah. So yeah, that was all cool. And I do miss that, and I'm glad that when obviously the vanilla thing comes out, that you'll be able to just sort of feel like you're achieving stuff again. I will be, by the way, I will be doing videos on my sojourn into Classic. I'm not saying I'm going to be playing Classic all the time, because I don't know, there's certain things, as I said in my previous videos, certain things I want to get out of it, certain things I just sort of, oh, bloody hell, it's a ball out. No. I think the whole kind of the faction, you know, the support for your faction thing will be a good thing to have. We'll defo be rolling on a PvP server, so get some nice PvP going, that would be good. 999% of people will be rolling rogues, so that's good. And obviously I think they'll soon regret it, because even though rogues were very strong, oh, funny that hasn't changed in the last 14 years, has it? I don't know. It's probably not the class I'll go for. Although I did get a rogue up to 60 in vanilla. But, yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, we need to get... How many more of these barrels do we get to get? Roll out the barrel! Roll out the barrel of fun! That's an old English song. Although I think I massacred the words. It's that gist of information that you require in this WoW-related arena. Boom. That worked out well, didn't it? Yeah, so what else did I want to talk about? Yeah, so let's talk about other things today. So as I said, let me know down below what your favourite expansion was. As I said, you probably always revert back to the one you started in, because that's, I guess, you had the kind of romantic memories of it. But for me, I liked most of the expansions, really. I think I took about a 6-month break. Cataclysm, I didn't like Cataclysm at all. Twofold, really. I didn't like Cataclysm because they ruined the world, and obviously by that point, when Cataclysm hit, I could level a character. I don't think you could level characters through boosting and that. but you know, you could zip through the levels pretty damn quick because you knew where everything was, and all of a sudden it's like, oh Jesus, I've got a level of character and I have not any clue where anything is. This is the first character I've actually done that on. You know, gone back to the Kata, post Kata. Do I have to get them off these? Alright. Let's have a go anyway. Yeah, it's the post Kata kind of demolishment, I would say, is probably the best word to use of the world, you know, because it's. And I thought, oh, well, I'm not going to level another character. I think it put off a lot of people leveling characters again due to the fact they didn't really know what the hell anything was anymore, which is a bit of a shame. But these things happen. But I didn't enjoy that expansion, and I think I mentioned yesterday that, or yesterday, or the last episode I did, that I really didn't know. I really didn't like Mists, but I think it was Cataclysm where I started to go, oh, you know what, I'm just going to make money. I don't think it was the PvP, because the only classes I can remember playing PvP in Cataclysm, and I'm sure I played in the others, but I was playing Holy Paladin, did some arena, not a lot of arena, but I remember doing some Holy Paladin, and that was kind of like, I think also that coincided with the death of my guild and my friends all leaving and stuff like that, so that's probably why I've got another not particularly nice memory of Cataclysm. I think that's when my friends all started to disappear. I do remember doing a little bit of arena with one of my friends that was still around, but it wasn't a lot. Yeah, so twofold. So yeah, one, because obviously all my friends weren't playing anymore, and I just didn't really like the PvP in Cataclysm. I don't know why. I honestly can't remember why I didn't. Yeah, so I was playing Holy Paladin. I remember being in the BG. The Holy Paladins were so overpowered. It's untrue. I remember being in the BG. I could even remember which BG it was. It was Gilneas, and I went in with two of my friends. And no word of a lie, you know, I've never boast about being an amazing player, right? But I'm pretty proficient. If I put my mind to it, I can pretty much get a rotation down and play relatively adequately. And I was in this BG. It was Gilneas, and so what? That would have been when Gilneas come out, right? Cataclysm, I think. And yeah, he was a warrior, and I think my mates were on their warrior and DK, and I was literally standing there healing, and I think it was about 6 melee on me, and I was literally just standing there healing through it all, and they weren't killing me, and it was so cool. It was so cool. It really was. What have we got to do here? Oh right, we've got to fly places, have we? You? Fly me to the Windrunner. Yes, I was literally just standing like this, and 6 melee trying to kill me. So overpowered, Holy Paladins. They really were. I don't think I've never really had that amazing gear in my. I've always. I was speaking to one of my subscribers about it the other day. He was asking me, you know, he can't understand how I can finish top of the damage with all the, what has he called it, raggedy gear that I wore. And I just said, well, I don't really put much emphasis on gear. I never have. I think I'm so used to it now, just kind of going, oh well, you know, I've got crap gear, but I'll see what I can do, that I don't really put much emphasis on gear. I just say, oh well, you know, I'll do what I can, and you know, but I think if you're relatively proficient at the class, you should be alright, you know, you should be okay. Oh, hold on a minute, we're not doing this right, are we? Are we? Infected, what we got to do? Oops, a heavy bomb. Oh, do I have to fly something? Yeah, I mean, even back in the vanilla days, I had no gear really. I wasn't raiding or anything, you know. I wasn't getting all the best gear. I wasn't putting that much effort into my characters or so, you know. I was just sort of running around doing what I could. How do we infect these dudes then? Do we just throw this stuff? Drops a heavy bomb. You need to be on the frozen sea. Alright, that's a different quest. Alright, that's for the other quest that I need to do with that bat handler. Alright, a little bit rusty. It's been a long time. Yeah, so I've never really put much emphasis on gear. I've never, you know, thought, alright, if I get all this gear, it's going to be... I think that's probably why I like Legion, because, you know, you had the templates. I'm not saying the templates were the best thing that's ever happened in this game, but the good thing about it is you could jump in at level 100, or whatever it was, and just pew pew and go and have fun. And you could probably, you know, you could beat people just through you having a little bit of skill, rather than going, oh, you know, you've got the best gear. I'm not, you know, I'm not a mythic raider and stuff like that. I know it scales a little bit, but I don't know. I think you have a psychological advantage if you're going up against someone who's got 100k health and they've got 170k health. Do you know what I mean? And so yeah. But it is what it is. I don't grumble about it, because, you know, I should put more effort into it, I suppose. The thing is, with me, I just, apart from my warlock, really, I've not really worried about gear that much. Has prohibited me to some degree on certain classes, though. I would say that. Like, my shaman. I think shaman, they really need to be geared. Or maybe it's just 8.1, but on my enhance, nah, it's no good running. It's no good running enhance with no gear. It really isn't. Although what they've done to enhance in 8.1, Jesus. So I haven't put any shaman videos out. So I've been in there, trying to do a couple of videos to release for you to enjoy, but I just, Jesus, get destroyed. Get absolutely destroyed. Probably need to look at the take me back. Right, use the smoke flares at the location of the Alliance cannons. Right, do you fly me back then? Fly. I have to walk back then, do I? Jesus. Let's get on my Strider. Oh, hello. Oh, God. Go away. Look at this big sea, and I had to walk straight into the bloody... I used to have a friend. She was a girl. We were good friends, actually. We kind of became... the thing is, with my guild that I was in at the time, they all lived... I lived down in the south of England, just south of London, and... they all lived in what we call in England the Midlands, right? They lived in a place called, bloody hell, what was it called? Mansfield? Mansfield. And they were all kind of neighbours, and they knew each other and stuff like that. About 5 or 6. And one of the people in the girl was a girl, and she was great. We used to have a real good laugh, and she, whenever we used to raid, right? If there was something to fall off, she would fall off it, right? So if there was a ledge or something like that, she would always fall off. And then you're just about to pull the boss and stuff like that, and you'd be like, hold on a minute, where's she gone? And she's like, oh, I've just fallen off this cliff, or I've just fallen down this ravine somewhere. You know what I mean? She was always falling off stuff, so you always had to check where she was for a pull, because she was never there. She was every single time. You can guarantee at least one raid, you'd be in Karazhan or something like that, and she would disappear, and you're like, where's she gone? Where's she gone? And then all of a sudden you get this little voice. Oh, I've fallen off. I've fallen off this wall and I'm stuck. And it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. So you had to sort of give yourself another hour doing the raid, just to put up with her disappearing all the time, which was it was funny. It was good fun. And yeah, anyway, so I went up there and spent the I used to have a really cool job in those days. I used to have my own van and stuff like that, and it was really cool. And I used to go up and see her, and it was all free because the company paid for the petrol, and I didn't mind. So yeah, we used to go out there and hang out with them, and have a few beers and stuff like that. It was great. It was a real kind of this thing. Oh, who's hitting me? Bugger off, North Fleet medic! I'm trying to work here, man. All right, we've done it anyway. So it was really cool, you know. You had a real kind of togetherness and stuff like that, and obviously we were all English, so we had a kind of all sort of same sense of humour, and yeah, really good times. And I miss those people. I guess I always will. And so that was the reason BC was the best time for me, because we were just, and it did bleed into Wrath. I think we went and did Nax. I think Nax came out in Wrath, didn't it? And yeah, but again, I was watching. I'm like, if you don't know or watch my videos before, maybe you're a new subscriber. I tend to sort of go off on a tangent, which I don't know if you know Billy Connolly. Billy Connolly used to do. I'm not saying I'm a comedian by any sense, but his form of comedy, he would talk about something, and he really wouldn't know what he was going to say, and he would just ramble on. And then halfway through it, he'd be telling a story and completely forget he was telling that story and just ramble on and talk about something else. And he would ramble on until he remembered. This is true. He says it himself. Until he remembered what he actually wanted to talk about. And I'm kind of like that. I just sort of ramble, because I'm playing the game as well, you know, hanging out, enjoying myself. And I do forget. And yeah, so something Preach was saying. And he was saying that, mark this, yeah. Look at this dude. He's hitting my ox. Leave my ox alone. Yeah, he was saying about obviously the disconnect with what you have gear-wise these days, and it really, I really didn't ever think about it, but it does. It really does. I do remember. I can't remember what they're bloody called now, but I really remember being so pleased that I picked up something from somewhere, and as I say, you know, it's a long time ago now. You're talking about what, 10 years ago. I don't remember what I did 10 minutes ago a lot of the time. What's this one? Oh, right, I've got to kill captains and stuff. Yeah, you know, and it was kind of cool. You had a sense of achievement, and now, I don't know, they throw stuff at you, don't they? And following on from what my subscriber was saying the other day about my gear, you know, you can go and do invasions, and you can go and do this. I'm like, I'm not really that interested. I will do it, but I will get. I mean, as I said in another video, which I can't remember which video it was, it's not going anywhere, is it? You know, I mean, what's the rush? There's no real rush to do anything in this game anymore. You know, it's not like I'm worried about being behind the curve, or you know, I've got to get my mythic key and all this sort of business. I just get in and do some battlegrounds, and I think, to be honest, my YouTube channel I'm finding more important than playing the game. Obviously it ties into playing the game, because obviously that's what I produce. I produce Warcraft videos, but you know, I just get in there, do some BGs, and put them on the internet onto YouTube for you guys to enjoy it. I'm quite happy with that. Although, saying that, this being, what day is it today? It's Tuesday the 22nd, 1 year anniversary. I should really remember that. So I started on a Monday, did I, last year? I've got to get... Oh, hold on a minute. Before I do that quest, I need to go and kill this dude. I'll be back. Apothecary Haynes. I'll be... Can I go this way? No. I need to go and kill this captain first. Pulled the whole lot of them as well. I'll tell you what. Let's put my ox down here. Die, spines! Yeah, so I forgot what I was going to say. What Mike was saying was, you know, it was making a lot of sense anyway, and I just sort of, it does really feel, I don't know if you agree, let me know down below if you do, it kind of feels a bit like a slot machine now, rather than, you know, a sense of achievement. It's more of a sense of entitlement, do you know what I mean? And I think there's good and bad things about that. I think it's, you know, coming from someone that was around in those days, I think towards, and he was that, I think that was that video, or it might have been another video I was watching, they were saying that it was, oh bloody, I have to kill this git again. You know, it really is kind of like a lottery and a slot machine game. And I think towards the end of Wrath, funny enough, when Activision took over Blizzard from Vivendi, that's when it all started to become a bit kind of, right, you know, everyone needs to be included into everything. Because I never cried into my cornflakes about the fact I never did the original Nax. You know, it's like for the 1%, it's all good to, if you put the time in, you should have that that reward, right? It never bothered me. It really didn't bother me that people were going and doing that stuff, because I felt I was at the level I wanted to be at. If you wanted, and I played the game a lot, you know, I was single at the time, and, you know, I played the, oh shit, I've got to wait for him, and oh god, don't tell me he's despawned. Alright, cool. Oh my god, I've got to kill him again! Yeah, I forgot I have to wait for him. Yeah, I never really, I never felt like resentful towards people like that, because I thought, well, they worked for it, and because it was that kind of, people had that kind of psyche. It's like, well, you get what you put in, right? You know, if you wanted to go in PvP and you wanted to do arenas and stuff like this, you know, you get that kind of gear. I wasn't particularly happy with, and I spoke about this in another video, I have no idea which one it was, I wasn't particularly happy with the fact that you can go in, have all the best gear, and just kill someone in 2 hits. For me, that was never fun, because I was always the one on the end of those 2 hits, right? But I can understand people's frustration on that front, because I was one of those people. Although it never stopped me playing the game. Although it did give me an illusion that people were better than they were. I remember, again, I've spoken about it before. There was this rogue on our server, and people used to run, you know, literally. If he was in the BG, people would leave because he was, we thought he was that good and stuff like that. And that's the kind of aura some people had. Everyone knew this guy because he was a rogue, and he used to come and kill noobs in Orgrimmar and stuff like that, you know. He was in the top guild on the Alliance. He was a night elf rogue. He did some videos. It was just still on YouTube, and everyone thought he was amazing, right? This dude. It was, but really, it was because most people were like me. They were just plebs. They were just playing the game, enjoying what they enjoy. You know, running around in greens. You know, blues if you're lucky, epics if you, wow, boy, you know, you were a god if you had epics. And they did, you know, they were doing all the raids and stuff like that. They must have been, what was this, you know, the Blackwing Lair and all that kind of stuff. And they had all the gear, so we thought, oh god, you know, and he literally killed me in 2 hits. I was on Shadow Priest, was wearing cloth anyway. Relatively proficient at it, but it was really, you know, David versus Goliath, and David weren't winning. David weren't winning. It was just Goliath that was winning. And so, you know, you had that kind of, oh, you know, that people had that aura about them, but a lot of the time it was just because they were very, very, very well geared. And so, how can he be that good? How can he kill me in 2 hits? It's like, because he had all epics, he had nothing, mate. I mean, I'm sure there was a certain skill element to it, but that's how it was. And yeah, I mean, that part of the game was not fun. I don't miss that part of the game. I mean, probably, I'm sure Classic will be like that again. But I like to think that maybe I'd work my way around to getting some better gear and stuff like that, and being competitive on some level. Because obviously I'm going to be doing PvP. That's going to happen. And if you didn't know, PvP in those days took a long time. I mean, Warsong Gulches didn't finish until you got 3 flags. It didn't finish. It would go on for hours. And people used to turtle. You know, used to go up against teams and... I'll see you later then, mate. Jesus, he's just buggered off. Look, he don't care. Oh, he's back. He's back. He's had a change of heart. Oh, okay. Let's put that on. Don't want to die, do we? Yeah, I mean, you used to be like 1-0 up, and you've been playing for 20 minutes. It's like, Jesus, what's going on here? But that was the game, and it was quite fun. Very, very frustrating if you knew that you couldn't win. I mean, you could just leave, but people didn't really leave that often in those days. They just sort of put up with it and try to win the BG. But are we done, mate? Are we? Blimey, he's just pulling everything, this dude. Right. Oh shit. Let's heal. Let's heal. Now where's he going? Mate! Come on then. Blimey. Yeah, so I mean the PvP was a lot of fun. Why am I healing him? Because it was just, you know, it was a matter of attrition really, and you could really psychologically beat the other team due to the fact that, you know, people just turtle. They would just sit in their base and say, where's this dude? Oh, where's he gone? Oh, give me that. Report back to, okay. Level 62. Right, okay, well, I think we've done well over half an hour today of me rambling on about absolute rubbish. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave like on this video, because 10 likes will get an episode 4. Not 10 likes, there'll be no episode 4. Thank you for supporting this series. I know I just ramble on about absolute rubbish, but you enjoy that, right? You used to that. Anyway, take care. I will see you maybe in episode 4. Bye bye.